All right, you guys have a job to do. It's a job that you will never be fired from. It's called Mother Earth. You will never be fired from her, so you have to work with Mother Earth. Mini. Mini doesn't mean water in Lakota. Mini means that which carries feeling between you and I. That's what Mini means. Mini Lichoni. So it does mean that which carries life between you and I. That's what Mini Lichoni means in Lakota. What I'm trying to say here is I want to ask you now to give us 15 seconds, 20 seconds of quiet. Of quiet. What we're going to do in your own way, not in your mind, I'm going to ask you to invite Mother Earth here. Invite Mother Earth the way you can by being quiet within your heart. Wa kantanka namaho ambetu le elio wazio blocking silo. Fukuchi lo onta ya amabrazio. Mi waka pata ha yang namashi. Wicha yaka echeki onta ya ho anamaho. I ask you again to understand that this is not about civil rights. It's not about human rights. It's not any of those rights that you get your freedom from within that box called democracy. This is about Mother Earth and the Lakota people, our people. We both just came from Standing Rock. How many of you have been in Standing Rock? Raise your hand. So you understand what Mini Tony means. And it's your job to go out and understand, to employ other people to work for Mother Earth. That's our job. You take the titles away. Don't be millennials. Don't be political. Democrats, Republicans, Americans. Be a being called human. Okay? Because we're done with that old thinking. That's vanishing point mentality when you describe things out of the box. We have never been in a box as Native people, ever. And you think about this. The Lakota people, and probably you, probably know now that we as Lakota people have always been reacting normally to an abnormal situation. And now it's your turn. It's the consciousness of Mother Earth that's alive and well. That's who we are fighting for. I've talked to many Lakota people, and they said, they're not going to die for a flag. They're not going to die for freedom. They're not going to die for Democrats or whatever, political, human rights. They're going to die for Mother Earth. It's a big difference. And I'm sure that when those peoples who are indigenous, Native people around the world, some people have to dig a mile down to get water. Mini, the milk, the life. This is what this country has done. The intelligence. So, what we're going to do is we're not going to use the same language that puts you to sleep to wake you up with. This is about the consciousness, not your conscience, not the binary thought process you have, right and wrong. This is due to respect, a consciousness. I was speaking to a young brother, Spanish speaker, and asked him what real means. He says, well, it's real, but it actually is hierarchy. It means royal. So if you're living in reality, you're being given rules to live in reality. Native people have been living in relativity. That's who we are. We at Fort Yates in Standing Rock, the Lakota people, we are living in relativity. We are not defending Mother Earth. We are not an environmental group. We are Mother Earth in defense of herself. And we have to start thinking. I'm pointing to my heart. The chante. Chante washte na page use up the yellow. It's our greeting. I give you my heart with good feelings. Shake my hand with it. And that's what we do every morning in Standing Rock, in Sacred Stone, the land of the Lakota and Dakota and Nakota. We have a water ceremony. We greet the sun every morning. And that's what you can do. A small glass of water. And if you know in your own way that it's not about you, because you can say I, me all you want, because there's 423 ways in English to describe self. There's only one in Lakota. Therefore, there is no separation. There is no separations. We are, I am, one Lakota living in one world. And that's how it is. If you get past your box of rationale, living in reality, somebody's king made up the rules for you. So, when you think about this, I'm going to say this to other folks because we were talking about this. You guys have a new president. Okay, so here's how it is. When we were talking, we said, well, there was a new curse word. And we say, no trumping away. So what we're going to do is understand Mother Earth. That's all it's going to be. Erase those religious, scientific, mental blocks that you have been putting up because you are still coming from democracy. You're still coming from that. I'm not saying, my uncle, who passed away last year about this time next month, said, we're not going to bring the government down as Native people. Corporations have already done that. So, what are you going to do when we say we will die for Mother Earth as Lakota people? There's 1,000 of us here. 1,000. Someone said there was only 8 here many, many decades ago. So look at this. Now the consciousness needs to go. But let's get out of the conscience and get into the consciousness of your heart. Because that's the language you have been missing. I've been speaking it. My brother here speaks it. So it's time to understand these quantum physics languages that doesn't exclude anyone. When we pray, we'll check, we're not praying for self. All of this is praying with us. All of this is praying with us. Means I put everything else before myself. And that's what we do. You pray for others, never yourself. Pray for others, trees, all these, because they're always praying for you. Therefore, we know that we're helping each other, that you can heal each other simply by not thinking about yourself first. So in that way, if I can teach you only one way, one phrase, those of you who have been at Standing Rock, Mini, Wichoni. So when I say Mini, Wichoni, you say water is life. Mini, Wichoni. 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 Water is life. Thank you.